a hand to lead us. Language is the universal and intelligible binary. Grammar is particular and perceptible. We learn to create our grammar matrix in the image of language. Our job, as a life support system of a living organism, is to learn to read, process and then write the environment. That is what we are evolving to do. Language does not evolve, grammar does not evolve. We evolve to learn how to construct grammar in accordance with the language of the universe. By doing this, we learn to perform our function as a life support system of maintaining and promoting life. We evolve because we are the result of a biological imperative, simply to live. A simple mind defers to the simple word, live, disregarding the fact that no single human being will ever master that goal. The disassociation of a word with its meaning is symptomatic of a malfunctioning mind. If we are human, we learn to use grammar systems and we learn, to some extent, to perform judgments in those grammar systems. We also learn that language is a universal binary. Computers demonstrate every day that all information, all systems of grammar, can be processed in binary. The processing itself is binary, logic for processing to provide answers to who, what, when, where, etc., while mathematics provides us with how much, quantity. Thousands of years ago, it was suggested that mankind can learn binary information processing, that is all of judgment, with our own hand. The computer proves it, for its foundation is based on parsing the relative difference of electricity. We can then parse the motion of our own hand, with the advantage that we can perform more complex binary operations much easier than a computer, at least our current ones. What does this mean? Both in evolution theory, and in the Bible, we are coming upon a cusp point in human evolution, that is, a distinct psychological change in the mind of man. The evolution is from a mind based on typical animals, which based their social orders on the alpha animal motif, among other things, to a mind that is aware of the dominance of the intelligible, by intelligence. So, we are already familiar with our history with the former. Let us take a look at the intelligible. In order for our understanding of grammar systems to have evolved as part of a life support system, means that language had to pre-exist. It also means all the operations, logical and mathematical, we discover in grammar which language affords every grammar, also pre-exist, that is, the order we perceive in the universe is simply part of the universe. Universe simply means with one voiced. Logic and math, which the ancients called judgment, means that one of the things that being literate is, that one recognizes that as language must be independent not only of every system of grammar, but also the operations which language afford us, also means that all judgment is independent, as Plato tried to teach his readers, without him being murdered himself, of both gods and men, that is, judgments, logical and mathematical, are independent of even, as the Bible intimates, of both the animate and inanimate. So, intelligent people recognize that it is not the perceptible which gives us power, but the intelligible. Therefore, no human being actually has any judicial power over us. We strive to be above the stupidity of baser animals. Nomocracy, as the authors of the Bible tell us, is mankind's future. Law is the same for everything, contrary to what simple-minded PhD holders claim. Therefore, by applying binary movements to our own hand, we can produce the metagrammar called geometry, but not like traditional geometry, which short-sighted people claim is constrained by the tools to write it, but constrained by the factual and intelligible binary common to all our grammar systems. We are advanced enough to learn how to reason to the limits of our intelligence by being taught by our own hand. Lesser intelligent people will not be the least bit inspired to use that very portable educational system. No one can imagine a future which requires more intelligence than they have. Our grammar matrix comprise the historical four systems of grammar used for building every attempted civilization: common grammar, arithmetic, algebra, and geometry. The simple-minded so-called linguists have abandoned these and have spun off into full-blown mythology, a schizophrenic exodus from reason. In using our own hand to teach us, it is up to us to learn the art of asking and having our own hand answer questions. It is a simple matter of learning how to say what we see. The difference between binary as used by the computer is that it uses binary as an arithmetic identity, therefore it can never process using even current levels of intelligence. We use binary in geometry using both parts of speech, the relative and correlative, arithmetically and geometrically, literally and metaphorically, logically and mathematically. Imagine, if you will, a time when a computer can use information indexing based on metaphor, a method of information management, which one can learn by their own hand, but which is beyond the comprehension of most people today. So, where are you, or where have you been, when your own body demonstrates that you are not doing your own work as a functional, and functionally literate human being? By my hand, I have placed at hand an encyclopedic work on metagrammar on the Internet Archive, yet the majority of humanity will not even lift a finger to download, study, and set their own hand to help teach them. They will not, cannot, even listen to their own hand. The only hand that can lead you is simply your own. Are you so deaf as to not hear it?
False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the mind with evil. Phaedo by Plato,